What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This your boy Kangaroo Black coming back once again with a game preview and score prediction for Week 8. My Alabama Crimson Tide will be going on the road to face the Tennessee Volunteers. This is going to be a tough matchup, and this is a game that might have playoff potential. We'll see. But these teams are alike in a lot of ways. Both of them came out the gates at the beginning of the season hot, and since then they didn't cool down. They both lost to unranked teams. They both struggling right now. Tennessee on the offensive side of the ball, Alabama on the defensive side of the ball. So we just gonna have to wait and see how this game is gonna play out. This game is hard to call. This game is hard to do a score prediction on. So I'm gonna try my best. So let's go ahead and get into the video and start out talking about Tennessee, who's coming into this game 5-1. As I said, they got one loss against Arkansas, I believe. They started 4-0, lost against Arkansas, unranked team, and they struggled with an unranked team in the Florida Gators. Florida took them into overtime, but Tennessee pulled it out. Now, Arkansas and Florida both kept Tennessee off the scoreboard in the first half. Back-to-back games. That's the first time that didn't happen in a long time for Tennessee, especially under Josh Heupel. I don't even know if they ever had a game where 2 games in a row they was held scoreless in the first half under Josh Heupel. Nico, I thought he would have better numbers than he do, but Nico, he's basically a redshirt freshman, so we all know how that works out with these freshmen, redshirt freshmen. They have to have time, I think, more than a year under their belt to basically put up numbers that we think they should put up coming out of high school, and especially a highly touted 5-star. I believe he's a redshirt freshman. Some say he's a redshirt freshman. Some say he's a sophomore, but I'm thinking he's a redshirt freshman. But anyway, far as Tennessee, the offense is sputtering right now. They averaging 484 yards per game. Defense is playing out of their mind. Defense is only giving up 249 yards a game. That's crazy. 170 through the air and 79 on the ground. Not even giving up 80 yards a game on the ground. So that front seven is really doing their job, and they're doing it at a high level. So we'll see what my Alabama Crimson Tide can do against that front seven. But Nico, matter of fact, I think he done passed for 7 touchdowns. He got 7 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. I thought he would have more touchdowns through the air at this point in the season. All right. But he's thrown for a little bit over 1,200 yards, so that's not too bad. 1,200 yards, 1,219 yards, 7 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. Also, backup Gaston Moore, he's thrown 2 touchdowns and an interception. But Dylan Sampson, that is their workhorse. The key to beating Tennessee, I believe, is stopping them run game, stopping Dylan Sampson. That guy, man, this guy basically ran for 700 yards and 15 touchdowns. 15 touchdowns. That's crazy. 15 touchdowns through 6 games, I might add. But anyway, Deshaun Bishop, the number 2 running back, he got 3 touchdowns on the ground. As far as their passing game, it's not too prolific. Deontay Thornton, he's got 295 yards and 3 touchdowns. He's their leading wide receiver. Squirrel White, 0 touchdowns. Only 230 yards on the season. Now, that's who I thought would be their number one wide receiver, Squirrel White and Brew McCoy, 1A, 1B. But neither one of those guys have a touchdown on the season. Now, that surprised me. None. Brew McCoy do got 209 yards, like I say, Squirrel White, 230, and Deontay Thornton, 295, 3 touchdowns. They leading wide receiver. Chris Brazzell, 210 yards and 1 touchdown. So, not too many touchdowns being scored through the air. But I got to tell you, my defensive secondary, It ain't been able to stop nobody yet. I'm gonna just put that out there. It ain't been able to stop nobody. I mean, they get picked on or whatever, but hey, we'll see. But like I say, this is a hard game to call. Now, from what I see against Tennessee, this run game is their best option to win, I believe. But I know Josh Heupel. Josh Heupel is going to test this young secondary of my Alabama Crimson Tide. I guarantee you that. And I know Nico ain't going to miss every damn throw. I guarantee you that. We done seen Nico have some great games through the passing game, albeit as of late, he really hasn't impressed anybody. I'm going to just tell you that. The Tennessee offense hasn't impressed anybody. But I guarantee you that Josh Heupel and his staff have put an emphasis on this game. And they might throw some different shit offensively at Alabama than what we done seen this whole season. I can tell you that right now. Defense, all they got to do is keep doing their thing. All right. Do I think our offense can get some big plays on their defense? Yeah. And I think we're going to test their secondary too. All right. But I think Tennessee is pretty good at stuffing the run game. Now, I'll say Alabama got to keep Tennessee honest. We got to run the ball. We got to keep them honest. I think we need to go in this game with a balanced attack. Now, if our wide receivers can beat their defensive backs, then keep going to it. And if something is working for Alabama, please, Nick Sheridan, don't go away from it, please. But anyway, let me talk about my Alabama Crimson Tide. Alabama coming into this game just like Tennessee, 5-1. 5-1, struggling. Got a struggle win last week against unranked South Carolina. We lost to unranked Vanderbilt. All right. Talking about the defense. Alabama's defense, I ain't seen it since it went into halftime of the Georgia game, September 28th. Our defense is still in the locker room. Still in the locker, been in the locker room since September 28th. That's all I know, because I ain't seen it. All right. But anyway, still, we finding a way to win. All right. Well, not against Vandy, but against South Carolina, we found a way to win. All right. Even though it was ugly, even though it was painful to see. But my offense is averaging 442 yards a game. My defense is giving up 342. We're only averaging 99 more yards than what we're giving up. Basically 100 yards, 99.8. I don't like that. I need it to be more, a whole lot more. Did you look at Tennessee? They offense is averaging 484 yards, and their defense only giving up 249. The offense is averaging 234 more yards than the defense is giving up. That's a recipe for success. Wish my Alabama Crimson Tide was doing that, but yet we only averaging 100 more yards than what we giving up. I don't like that. But anyway, Jalen Milroe, he's thrown for basically 1,500 yards, 1,483 yards. All right, so 1,500 yards, 12 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. All right, we got to get those interceptions under control. Matter of fact, he threw 2 last week against South Carolina, where one was a deflection, but hey, still, it is what it is. That's on him. All right, but anyway, like I say, offensively, what we giving up, defensively, what we not allowing. But anyway, Jalen Milroe, he's got 11 touchdowns on the ground, 319 yards, 11 touchdowns. Jam Miller, 360 yards, 5 touchdowns. Well, he got 6 touchdowns total because he got a receiving touchdown. Okay, but anyway, Justice Haynes only 249 yards and 3 touchdowns. I think those 2 guys, we've been preaching it all season. They need to get the ball more. Jam Miller is averaging 7.1 yards per carry. Justice Haynes is averaging 6.4 yards per carry. But you ain't giving them the ball. You ain't giving them the ball. So, I mean, if the run ain't working, find other ways to get those guys the ball. All right? I mean, you do it with Jam Miller, so do it with Justice Haynes too. Justice Haynes can catch out the backfield also. We got to utilize them guys more than what we are. And once again, like I say, just like Tennessee, maybe Alabama might come out in this game and show us something we ain't seen offensively. And I hope they do. I want Alabama to win in a blowout, but I don't think they will. If they win, I'm just put it that way. I don't think they will. But anyway, far as our passing game, Ryan Williams, that's the guy. That's the guy. 576 yards on the season with 7 touchdowns, man. 7 touchdowns. 6 receiving, 1 rushing. Now, do I think Ryan Williams will be a 1,000-yard receiver this year? Yes, I do. I think he'll be a 1,000-yard receiver. He's our number 1 guy. I think we go to him a little too much, if you ask me. We need to get some of these other guys involved. Haven't heard anything on Kendrick Law, whether he'll be back. I heard that Colbert Prentice could have went last week, but they held him out for some reason. Don't know why. But anyway, we know Jeremy Bernard, he can get it done too. But like I say, Ryan Williams, 576 yards, 7 touchdowns. Colbert Prentice, hopefully he'll be back, but he only got 107 yards on the season, 1 touchdown. That's what I mean. We need to get more of these guys involved. All right. Like I say, where's you got Emmanuel Henderson, only 54 yards receiving, 0 touchdowns. We can get him involved. We got a whole lot of talented wide receivers that we can use. A whole lot, man. Kendrick Law, only 41 yards receiving and 1 touchdown. That is crazy, even though he done been out a couple of games. That's just stupid. Now, tight end C.J. Dupree, he's looking good, but he only got 121 yards. Josh Cuevas, 96 yards and a touchdown, another tight end. We could use some of these guys, man. We could use some of these guys. I might add, Miles Kelserman for Tennessee, he's got 2 touchdowns from the tight end position. They utilizing that guy. We need to utilize our wide receivers because we got a plethora of them that can get the job done. I think Caleb Odom should be on the field more. He only got 45 yards. You only want to use 1 damn wide receiver, and that's Ryan Williams. We can rotate these guys, man. Come on, man. But anyway, I digress. Talking about our defense, it's been horrible as of late. Horrible. Like I say, I ain't seen them since goddamn September 28 when they went in the locker room at halftime. And that was against Georgia. I ain't seen them since then. All right. I don't know what Kane Womack is doing with this defense. I don't know if he's using this year as a experimentation year. I don't know. Because he looked like he experimenting to me. I mean, last week against freaking South Carolina, started out in zone. It was working good. Then you switch it up and go to man for some damn reason and wouldn't switch back to what you was doing. Freaking crazy, man. It's crazy. You getting ate up. And you refuse to sit in pressure. On my last video, I said it was a 3rd and 9, but it was a 4th and 9 where they scored a 36-yard touchdown. You refused to send pressure. Now you sent pressure on 3rd down, 3rd and 9, but you didn't let the guy have all day in 4th and 9. See, this is what I'm talking about with Kane Womack. His defensive play calling is horrible. He don't call the right play, the right formation at the right time. I mean, it is what it is. Us Alabama fans just got to deal with it and ingest it how we want to, or digest it how we want to. But it is crazy. But I'm looking forward to a good game against Tennessee. This game is hard to call. I'm going to tell you the way both teams are playing. But, coming out, I like the first 3 games. 4 games, I like what I've seen from both teams. But the last 2, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to damn say. It's crazy, man. It is crazy. For me, dealing with Tennessee, I done seen Nico miss some throws. But I really do think Josh Heupel, he's holding back these last couple of games, man. Won't us Alabama fans or the daggone college football world will think this offense is having issues and then it's going to explode against Alabama. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. So, hey, it is what it is, but is that what Kane Womack doing with the defense? Shit. Oh, man, I doubt it. This is just what Kane Womack do. But, hey, it is what it is, like I say. But let's see who I got winning this game. Both of them are playing kind of rough right now. You know, I don't have too much confidence in my Alabama Crimson Tide. I don't. All right, I'm going to just be honest. But hey, I'm still picking my Alabama Crimson Tide to win this game. I think my Alabama Crimson Tide will find a way to win. I think our offense, I think it will be clicking on all cylinders for this game. Because guess what? Just like this team got up for that Georgia game, they can get up for this Tennessee game because this is a very important game. But one thing my Alabama Crimson Tide can't do, if they get a lead, they can't give it up. They did it against Georgia. They did it against South Carolina. You get a lead, a double-digit lead, you can't give it up, Kane Womack. If something is working, continue to do what's working. All right? And then if Tennessee change up some offensively and your defense ain't working, the one that's been working, then you change it up. But if it's working with everything they do, don't change nothing, Kane Womack. Please. Please. But anyway, I got Alabama winning this game. All right. I got them winning really, really close. I think we just going to find a way to win in Neyland Stadium. All right. So Alabama will be victorious. I think we're 2.5-point favorite. How? I don't know. But hey, it is what it is. 2.5-point favorite on the road with the way we've been playing. But anyway, I got my Alabama Crimson Tide winning. And I'm going to say by the score of, I think both teams have put points on the board, being that our defense is so bad. But anyway, my Alabama Crimson Tide will be the winner by a score of 30. I can't go in the 40s. I'm going 34. 28. Okay. Yeah, that's my score. 34-28. My Alabama Crimson Tide. I almost went 34-31, but I'm going 34-28. My Alabama Crimson Tide. And that's my final score. I'm sticking with it and roll damn Tide.